What's up, fine players? Murgatroyd. Okay, let me say something about video number 36. Number one, if a kid gets cancer, any kid gets sick or gets cancer under the age of 18, that's messed up. So if a kid gets cancer or an illness or they're dying before they reach the age of 18, that upsets me. That's the reason why I wrote that book, because I don't want to stop. I don't want I don't want school shootings to be go on, and mass shootings to go on, because if these kids are dying, that's messed up. And I understand that also, if your kid gets cancer or if your kid gets an illness and your kid's dying, I can completely understand how anybody would be deeply upset by that. However, sometimes I do get to psychopathic states where I remember one time I was in an airport and I wanted to shoot up the entire thing and just kill everybody in the airport, right? And at first I wanted to take out the women and the men. And I just sat there because I was homeless in an airport for 2 days. I'm not going to say which airport, but I was homeless in this airport for 2 days. And I was planning on getting as many guns and grenades as possible in the inner city. And I was going to collect them and then buy duffel bags and come in and just take out the entire place. This was back 7-8 years ago. After I was planning this, I spent 30 days in a mental institution. And so at first I wanted to kill all the men and the women. And then I was like, well, if I do this, some kids are going to die too. And then I was like, yeah, but those kids are just going to they're just going to grow up to be those men and women. So I should just kill everybody and just be done with it. And if I'm psychopathic enough, I could get to those states. So that's why it's very important to read a book like the book that's in the comments section below, because you start to understand how a person could get to the point where they can shoot up an entire school, or they can shoot up an airport, or shoot up anywhere and just kill as many people as they want because they don't care about human life. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that people that go through severe trauma or have any kind of tragedy happen to them in the very early stages of life, even in the womb, from what we hear and we see, our prefrontal cortex does not get developed as much as average people's prefrontal cortex. So it's a brain thing as well, where no matter how hard we try, we will never be like an average human, because our brain is not the same as an average human. That's why I am pushing love and being a loving parent so much, because I don't want people to end up like me, and I don't like what's happening in our culture with people feeling neglected and unloved. That's why the rate of suicide from kids from the age of 10 to 13 is going up, because these kids are feeling lost, alone, unloved, rejected, whatever it is. They're not getting their attention and love needs met, whether it's from their peers at school or their parents at home. Something is going on here. And I think a lot of it has to do with these rectangle things that we click on all day long. But yeah, educate yourself on this kind of stuff, man, so we could stop the school shootings, the public shootings. Please get into Gabor Mate. IFS therapy is terrific. Please get into that, and get into the 15 people I list below. They're terrific healers to get into if you want to cure depression or anything that you may be going through. And please leave the book. Please read the book. It's $3 on eBay, on Amazon. I don't like promoting my book, but I really think it's getting to a point where something has changed in our culture, and I wrote the book to help that change. It's $3. If you really don't have money, you could buy the cheaper version, written by Joe Winorow. That's my pen name. It's called "I'm Feeling the Darkness of Suicidal Depression." There's less chapters because it's an older book, but it has some of the same content in it. And that's only $1 on Amazon. That's an ebook as well on Amazon. I'll leave that in the comments as well. So, anyways, everybody, mad props, much love, and yeah. So, anyways, about the whole cancer comment about people dying, and like I don't care. That happens when you don't have empathy. However, if a kid dies from cancer, regardless of what I was thinking in that airport, I'd be upset. You know, or if a kid got cancer, I'd be upset. But if I reach heightened levels of psychopathy, I just believe that all children are just going to grow up to be those average pretty people, and I'm just going to want to kill them too. It depends on what level I'm at. Sometimes I'm high, sometimes I'm average, sometimes I'm in the present moment, and I'm not psychopathic. I'm just gone and present and connected to all things. So it depends on who the person is. Anyways, I hope you like these videos. If not, I don't know. You don't have to subscribe. If you do, I don't know. I make probably 1 a day, 2 a day. Sometimes I make 6 a day. Gotta stop doing that. That's all right. Later, man.